In historic 9-0 decision, Supreme Court drops the Constitution on California. Democrats are triggered after Donald gets a slam-dunk case against them. We are sick and tired of liberal government trying to run our lives and take as much as they can. They rob Americans just to line the pockets of corrupt politicians. And now, the Supreme Court has ruled enough is enough. And they're hammering states like California. From the Hill, the Supreme Court on Wednesday ruled unanimously that states must adhere to the Constitution's ban on excessive fines, a decision that will likely limit the ability of states to impose certain fees and seize property. In delivering the opinion of the court, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said the Eighth Amendment guards against abuses of the government's punitive or criminal law enforcement authority, and that it extends to fines. This safeguard, we hold, is fundamental to our scheme of ordered liberty, with deep roots in our history and tradition, she said, quoting Supreme Court precedent. Ginsburg, who returned to the bench for oral arguments Tuesday for the first time since undergoing surgery in December, was joined in the ruling by Chief Justice John Roberts, Justices Stephen Breyer, Samuel Alito, Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, Neil Gorsuch, and Brett Kavanaugh. Justice Clarence Thomas filed an opinion concurring in the judgment. The case centered on Tyson Timbs, who pleaded guilty in Indiana state court to dealing in a controlled substance and conspiracy to commit theft. When Timbs was arrested, police seized the Land Rover he had purchased, for $42,000, from an insurance policy he received when his father died. The state then brought a civil forfeiture suit against Timbs for his vehicle because it had been used to transport heroin. The trial court denied the state's forfeiture request. Since Timbs had recently purchased the vehicle for more than 4 times the maximum $10,000 monetary fine he can be charged for the drug conviction, the court said the forfeiture violated the Eighth Amendment. The Indiana Supreme Court ultimately reversed that ruling, holding that the excessive fines clause constrains only federal action and is inapplicable to state impositions. The High Court vacated that ruling Wednesday. This is a big win for every supporter of government staying out of our lives, and our pocketbooks. Of course, President Trump is seeing this as a huge win too. Share to thank the Supreme Court. This is why we need to rein in corrupt, liberal states. They think they can bully Americans, pushing us around, as if we had no rights or rights to our money. The Supreme Court ruling is a reminder to Democrats that the people's rights come first. We are not minions, beholden to the government's abuses. We are free Americans. The government has no right to take our money, excessively and unconstitutionally. California has been doing this for years, charging businesses and citizens massive fines in the name of climate change. Well, they're not going to get away with it any longer. Now, even Supreme Court liberals including RBG are cracking down on this kind of abuse. I'm sure the socialists running in 2020 aren't too happy about that.